Hey guys, another video, and today I want to talk about the book Letting Go by David R. Hawkins. I can see a lot of creators talking a lot about this book lately, and I've read it a month ago or something, and I usually read the books on Audible, so Letting Go by David R. Hawkins, The Pathway to Surrender. I highly recommend you check it out. It's a very profound book with a lot of interesting ideas and thoughts. And I will definitely read it again because I believe that once you find a book that you resonate with, it can be very useful to read it in a later stage again because you will take the essential message and apply it to your life, which has transformed since the last time you read that book. So I highly recommend you give it a try. It's not a problem to read a book multiple times because you will learn new things from it. So I will do the same. Now, the letting go technique is basically a way to let go of negative states of being, negative emotional states. And what he talks about in the book is basically saying that our feelings, our emotions, they are the source of thousands and thousands of thoughts. So what this means is that whenever we are having certain thoughts in our minds, I'm not good enough, my life is shit, I feel sad, I am unworthy, why did my partner cheat on me? All these negative thoughts, they are actually rooted in an emotion, in a feeling, in a physical state in our body. And if we address the emotion, if we address the state within ourselves, the sensations, the feelings, the emotions, then all the thoughts, they will almost by magic disappear because we addressed the root feeling which is causing all these thoughts. And it is a very interesting approach to finding yourself stuck in certain situations, right? So what I see is that a lot of people tend to over intellectualize this technique of letting go, where it's actually fairly, really very simple. It's basically letting go. If you find yourself in a state that you don't enjoy, let go. But the caveat here is that I find myself in an uncomfortable state. I want to let go. I can't let go. So I feel resistance against not being able to let go. So it's a level beyond that where you also let go of the resistance of not being able to let go. And maybe you even let go of the resistance of wanting to let go. So it's a multi-layered problem where letting go has to go down all the way to the base level. Letting go of the letting go technique, letting go of your resistance against the letting go technique is a big part of this whole concept. And so in this video, I want to share with you a simplified version of the letting go technique. And basically, it's 5 steps you can take in order to understand the situation that you're in and then move from a place of lower vibrational energy to a higher vibrational energy. And basically, what this vibrational scale means is that at the bottom, we have emotions like fear, anger, guilt, shame. And as you move up the scale, your vibrational energy gets higher and higher. So you move up to pride, desire, acceptance, willingness, love, peace, and so forth, right? Peace is basically the highest state. And this doesn't mean that the negative ones are worse. They're just a lower vibrational energy. And when you are stuck there, it can feel very uncomfortable. But this doesn't mean that you have to stay stuck there forever. And it doesn't mean that the higher states are necessarily better. They are different. And of course, they are more desired. And maybe that implies that they are better. But I am trying to approach my emotional life from a state of neutrality where I know that, okay, sometimes you find yourself in a challenging situation where you feel negative emotions, but this is just a state, just like love or peace are states, right? So the 5 steps on how to let go whenever you find yourself in an uncomfortable situation or whenever you feel that you are stuck in an uncomfortable feeling is, first of all, ask yourself, what do I feel? This is the start of becoming aware of what you actually feel, right? Pay attention and take some time to sit with that feeling. It can be 1 minute, it can be 10 minutes, it can be half an hour, as long as you want, as long as you can, as long as you allow yourself to feel that. So sit down with yourself and ask yourself, what do I feel? Take some time. Don't run away from it, right? Don't try to distract yourself. You say, okay, now I sit down with this feeling and I grab my phone and I start texting my friends, or I scroll through Instagram and I like a few posts. That is not really sitting with that feeling. So the first step is ask yourself, what do I feel? The second step is run towards the feeling, not running away from it. Don't run away from it, right? You want to allow yourself to pay attention to this feeling. Don't distract. Don't go indulge yourself in food or talk to a friend or listen to music. Take a few minutes to sit down and run towards your feeling. Look at your feeling. Face it. Really face it. Look at it. Step 1, ask yourself, what do I feel? Step 2, run towards, not away. Step 3, can I allow this feeling? Ask yourself, you're feeling sad or angry or depressed or disappointed or ashamed or guilty. Can you allow this feeling to be inside you? Notice how you maybe resist allowing this feeling to be there. Maybe you're telling yourself, I should not be angry right now. I don't want to feel angry right now. I don't want to feel ashamed. I'm not entitled to feel sad about this. And you're resisting your current feeling. Notice that resistance and try to let go of that resistance against this feeling or the state you're in right now. Once you can see that you're actually resisting your current state, if you notice this, the answer to the question, can I allow this feeling, will be no, obviously, right? And you want to move to a state where you can answer that question with a yes. Yes, I can allow this feeling. Next step is, can I let go of this feeling? Could I let go of this feeling? Ask yourself this. Could you let go of this feeling? And if you feel an incredible resistance to the idea of letting go of that feeling, then probably there is a deeper layer of beliefs that keep that feeling there. It keeps the feeling stuck. These beliefs keep the feeling stuck. And these beliefs, they are caused by the stories you tell about yourself. And this is a deeper topic that I want to address in another video, where I talk about the stories we tell about ourselves. These are built upon beliefs that we acquire during our lifetimes. Over the years, we acquire certain beliefs about ourselves. And these start to form a story we have. For example, somebody can tell themselves the story that they are the depressed person whose partner cheated on them. If this is a story you have in your mind, then letting go of the sadness means that you have to let go of the whole story of being the depressed person who's got cheated on, right? This is very important to realize this. So if you notice that once you think about, could I let go of this feeling, and you feel an incredible amount of resistance, then it's probably time for you to start to look into the stories you are telling about yourself. And this is another video that I will record, maybe even after this one. So you can go watch that one if you find yourself resisting the idea of, could I let go of this feeling? Once you reach that point, there is a willingness to let go of the feeling. This is crucial in the process of letting go. This is a crucial step in the process of letting go, the willingness. So you first start with awareness. Then you continue with willingness. And lastly, you want to ask yourself, would I let go of this feeling? Which will put you into a state of surrender. And once you completely surrendered to this emotion, to this feeling, to this state, once you completely surrender, you will find yourself letting go of the resistance you had against the change of your state. So these are the 5 steps. First, ask yourself, how do I feel? Secondly, run towards your feeling. Don't run away. Don't distract yourself. Don't abuse certain substances in order to not have to look at this feeling. Because this is the resistance, the resistance against. So can you allow this feeling to be there? Ask yourself. If you're distracting yourself, then the answer to this question is no. Clearly not, because you're distracting yourself. So focus on cultivating an attitude of allowing. Allow yourself to have a certain feeling. Ask yourself, can I allow this feeling to be here? Secondly, could I let go of this feeling? When you feel an extreme amount of resistance, it's about the story you tell about yourself. And this is a deeper topic that I will address in the next video. The video called The Stories We Tell About Ourselves. Go have a look. I will record it after this one. Lastly, would I let go of this feeling? And this will put you into a state of surrender. And when you reach that state, you will find yourself letting go of the uncomfortable or negative feelings. And you will see that your thoughts will also immediately start to change. Because once you drop the feeling, the thoughts will disappear. So I want to illustrate this process with a personal anecdote. And I think that it was very powerful experience for me to see it happening real time in another person. So basically there was this party here in Tulum at some point. It was a friend of mine who was saying goodbye, was throwing like a small goodbye party, and it was in a club near the beach in Tulum. And they closed the doors at 10 p.m. And I arrived there at 10 past 10. And I didn't know they were going to close the doors. So I arrived there. I was cycling with my push bike for 45 minutes in order to get there. I arrived 10 past 10 and the doors are closed. So I'm like, oh, hey, how should I get in? I don't know. So I text my friend, hey, can I get inside? And she's like, well, no, they closed the doors at 10 and they're super strict about it because there was a guard there and I asked him, can I get inside? I'm on the list. He's like, no, we closed the door at 10. And for some reason, I completely accepted that. I was not upset about it. I accepted the fact that, okay, I can't enter right now. Maybe at some point they open the door, maybe a few people leave, then I can get in because there was a limited capacity, obviously. So I accept it. It's okay for me. Whatever happens, it's fine. I want to say goodbye to my friend. Maybe I just wait a few hours here until she leaves and I can say goodbye that way, right? So I was in a complete state of acceptance. I felt very peaceful with the whole situation. And there were a few people outside there also trying to get in, and I could feel some like frustrated energy within them. And I was just there bathing in this peace, this peaceful state. And so at some point, a guy arrives, and I can feel that he was a little bit tense about it. You know, the door was closed, and he didn't really understand what was going on. And so he tries to go to the entrance, and I'm like, I don't think you will be able to get in. And he's like, what, really? I mean, I drove 1 hour here with my car, and I parked my car at the parking lot, and I'm paying money for my parking. I need to get in. I'm on the list. My friend invited me. I should be able to get in. I'm like, I mean, you can try. I think they will not let you in, but hey, you do you, right? And I could feel he was a little bit tense about it because he was invested in getting inside, right? He was attached to the fact that he wanted to go inside because he drove for 1 hour and he pays money for the parking and stuff like that. So he was really attached to the outcome, right? And so he goes to the door, he knocks the door, the guard opens, and he starts to explain that, oh, I want to get inside, my friend is there, I'm on the list, blah, blah, blah. And the guard is just like, no, it's 10. You can't enter, we close the door at 10. And he got all upset. He got really angry and he starts like, being very frustrated and not really acting in the kindest way. He was super frustrated, super angry about it. And the guard at some point is just like, man, just leave. The door's closed. You can't enter. Right? So he was very angry and I could feel his angry energy. So he left to the other side of the street to another bar. And I saw this situation happening and I was just peaceful about it. I was just like, I probably saw this coming, that he would get all upset and then he would have to leave. And I get a message from my friend again. She's like, well, sorry man, I don't think you will be able to enter except this night. Lucas, he's outside. You should meet him. He's a great guy. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, whatever. I accept everything that's happening this evening, so it doesn't really matter. So I see a guy standing not too far away from the door. I'm like, hey, are you Lucas? And he's like, no, no, not at all. I'm like, okay, well, maybe I asked her to send the number, and she texted me his number, and so I received his number, and it said, hey, my friend who is inside told me that I should meet you. I'm waiting outside because I can get inside. And he's like, oh, hi, I am on the other side of the street at the bar. Come, let's have some drinks there. I'm like, no, no, come here. We can meet here. And so he comes from the bar again, and I see it's this guy. It's the angry guy who shouted at the guards because he wasn't able to get in. And I'm like, oh, you are Lucas. Okay, now I understand. So, hey, man, nice to meet you. It's okay, man. Just relax. Be accepted. It's peaceful. They're just doing their job. It's not their responsibility. You don't have to treat them with anger. You know, they're just doing what they should be doing. So accept it. It's fine. Maybe at some point we will be able to get inside. Be peaceful. And it's like, no, I want to be angry. I drove here 1 hour and I want to punch them in the face. Like, I just want to see my friend for 5 minutes. I'm on the list. I should be able to get inside. It's not, man. I say to him, man, relax. See, take it easy. It's okay. It is what it is. Just accept it. And he was like, no, I want to punch them in the face. I'm like, dude, relax, chill. It's fine. And so my peaceful energy, I was really at peace with anything. So I could just accept the fact that he was a little bit angry. I allowed him. But my peaceful state, I could feel that it was slowly transferring to him somehow. And like 5 minutes later, I mean, we were talking a little bit, and I could feel that there was this process of, okay, he was still holding on to the anger, but I knew intuitively that he would drop it at some point. And so, a few minutes later, it was almost like magic, guys. It was incredible. So I can feel the moment he drops his anger, the moment he accepts, the moment he let go of his anger, the door opens and the manager is like, Wolf, hey, come inside. You can enter. I'm like, man, come on, guys, let's go. So I take them and a few other people who are outside still. I take them with me and I thank the manager. I'm like, thank you so much for letting us in. He's like, yes, of course. Don't say anything. And so we entered the place and I turn around and I grab him by the shoulders and I'm like, man, you see this? You should just let go of the anger, accept it, and you immediately manifest what you want. He dropped the desire to enter. He dropped his anger. He let it go. He let go of this negative state. And all of a sudden, we can enter the place. And we had a fantastic night together. It was really amazing. Like, it was real life example of this letting go. You know, for him, he was resisting it. He was resisting. But as I was talking, the subconsciously the process of, okay, can I allow this feeling? Yes, he is angry. He wants to be angry. So he allows the anger to be there. Then, could he let it go? While I was talking and he saw my peaceful state, he was unconsciously understanding that maybe I could let go of this anger. Maybe this guy in front of me is right. Maybe it's better for me to just be at peace and not expend this amount of energy being angry, right? Could I let go? Would I let go? And then the moment he surrendered and he understood that, yes, what is the point of staying angry? I can have a great night with this guy. Maybe we can go grab some drinks or do something fun. He drops that feeling. He lets it go. Boom. The door opens. We can enter and we can have a great night together, partying all night long. And that was just such a beautiful anecdote for me that I wanted to share to illustrate the power of letting go, to illustrate the power of this very, very simple technique. So I hope that was inspiring for you guys. I hope you can get some value out of this video. I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for looking inwards, and thank you for being brave and thus making the place, I always say the place, and thus making the world a better place one step at a time. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you in the next one.